Hello, everyone. Welcome to our coffee break. We'll be starting in just a few minutes, or actually just a few moments. If you could, in the chat window, let us know where you're watching from and give us your name. And most importantly, any questions you have, get them queued up so when we start going through the presentation, I'll be able to answer your questions as soon as possible. And hello and welcome, everyone. I'm Benelli, and welcome to Coffee Break. Now, keep in mind this is designed to be interactive with each other. Hello, Russell again. Good afternoon, and Ed and Alex. So, wow, South Africa. So this is designed to be interactive. So if you have questions or if there's something you want to learn, please leave those in the comments below, and we'll do our best to get to them. Now, in here, if you have a question on what I'm doing, I'm going to go through the presentation on how to add a watermark to our images. Do me a favor, and if you have a question on it, put the question in if you're not sure of what I'm doing. And then what I'll do is take a short break each in between to answer the questions. Hello, Paul. Great to see you. Phyllis, what? Phyllis? So we did this because of Phyllis. Phyllis was the one who asked about adding a watermark to our image, and that's what we're going to do today. Now, I'm going to show you a couple ways of doing it. If you don't have your signature, what you can do is just grab a white sheet of paper and a Sharpie and then scan it. If you don't have a scanner, your cell phone will work. So let me get this ready for you. Start broadcast. In camera mode. Here we go. So here's my signature. I'm not a huge fan of it, but here it is. Now, I took a picture of it. You ready for this? This is going to be one of those little extra tips that we're sneaking in there. So now that I have my signature in, I'm going to grab it, and I want to upload it to Google Drive. And on Google Drive, I have a folder called To Be Processed. Then I'll click Upload and give it a couple seconds. Now it's going to upload to my Google Drive. Because I attach my Dropbox, or my Google Drive rather, to Luminar, it's going to appear in Luminar. So look at this. I uploaded it, and there it is. It appears. So the little extra nugget of information on this one is that Luminar uses active directories, meaning what you see in Luminar is what you see on your hard drive. You change it in Luminar, it gets changed on your hard drive. You rename the file on your hard drive, it gets renamed in Luminar. You add folders to the drive, or to the hard drive, it gets added to Luminar. That's really cool. It's like Tether-like features, all right? So, now that I have it in, hello from New York and Barbados. Can we do this in Luminar 3? Yes, Paul, we can. Hello, Marianne, my favorite cousin. All right, so here I have the image. It came in. Now what I have to do, though, is rotate it. So I'm going to come over to the Tools palette, the Layers tools, and from the Layer tools, I want to transform the layer. I'll rotate it, and then I'm going to scale it down into place. Good. Make sure I have the proportion right about here. All right, so I brought it in. Hello from Dubai. Now that I have it the proper positioning, now let's crop it. So I'm going to click on the canvas tools and select crop and rotate. One thing I forgot to do, let's put it back, is unlock it. So now I can free transform it or free crop it. That's it. In, and we're set. All right. So that's how we used a simple cell phone, took a picture of our signature, white background, black text. Now what I'm going to do is enhance this slightly, or I'm sorry, I'm going to save this, and then I'll show you how, since we have it on white and black, let's put black and white. So I have this right here. I can export it. Now let's call it Vanelli signature. We'll just say Vanelli, and let's make this black signature. Save. Now I have it set. Now I have to reverse the colors. All right. So this is where we're going to come down to the essential tools. And if I click on light, if you don't see the curves palette, click on the advanced options. I'm going to click and drag the white point to the top. Click and drag the black point to the bottom. Now look what I have. Now I have the reverse, black and white. From here, let's add a little contrast, shadows, highlights. Good. And all I'm doing here, there we go, is I want to get a really good, nice, I want to get a beautiful black and white image. All right. Oh, guys, I am so sorry. I did this earlier. Thank you. Thank you so much for bringing that out to me. Oh, this is where I need a producer on set. Thank you, guys. And I should be glancing over more and more. All right, let me try it again. So, and I apologize. I'm going to come back down to, let's see, we'll do this. We'll come back to cropping. People, I am so sorry. Here we go. All right, so here we have it. So we have it in. And yes, fellows, we could use anything. You could put it in a Dropbox, your iCloud, whatever you have that's linked to your computer, you could have it on there. Hey guys, thank you so much for, again, the catching me on my screen. All right, so let's start again real quick. I have to start with the layers. Rotate it. One. There we go. And bring it into place. Good. Right about here. Straighten it out. Now that I have it set, now I'll come back to the canvas tools. And I'm going to crop it. And once again, uncheck the lock icon. So this way I can free transform the crop. Good. And done. Good. So here we are, white on black. While we're here, you might as well click on the essential tools. And I want to use the light. I want to use light. And let's just enhance this a little bit more. Ooh, there we go. Look at that. Now I have a really nice white on black. A little crisper. And there's the white. All right, so I quickly separated it. It looks good. Now let's export it. And I'm going to put it to my signature. And we called this, let's say, Vanelli dash signature. And this was black. leave the default settings. I want the highest quality as I can. And then export. All right, good. So now that we have it accomplished to where it's white, we have black text on white, now let's reverse it. And once again, working with the light tool, if you don't see down here, if you don't see the curves palette, click on advance. Now I want the opposite. I want to drag this to the top, drag this to the bottom. Now we have a beautiful black on white. Export it. Give it a new name. And this is white. Good. And good. And Phyllis, yes, I have a signature which I'll show you from photo logos. We'll export it. And now we're ready to begin. So that's one way of getting your logo or either your logo or your signature. So notice how I did that. You can do the same thing if you have a black and white logo. You bring it in and adjust the curves, like I said. Bring the white up, bring the black down. Now you switched it, so what was white is now black. What's black is now white. So you could do this with your regular logo too, or, like I said, just do what I showed you here. Phyllis made the comment that she, sorry, wrong one. There we go. You don't have to have it from Photo Logo. I liked it, I use it, and I'll show you that when I put the rest of it together. So you could purchase a professional logo from another company. All right, so now I have this set. What I want to do now is come up to my single image, and let's use this image here of Yessie. So, okay, so Paul asked, where did I export that to? So when I exported it, all right, so Paul said, where did I export it to? So let me share the screen again. A moment. And cancel out of this, Paul. 1 second. Good. So where did I export this to? Let me get this up for you 1 second, everyone. There. All right. So I exported it, and when I came up here, I clicked export. I browsed my photography folder. I created a folder called signature, and then that's where I exported it to. All right, I hope that answers your question. Now let's add it to this image. So to add it to the image, ready for this? We're going to come over to the layers tools. Now we're used to working with new adjustment layers. Here's the second one, new image layer. Now the new image layer does exactly what it's telling you. It's going to add a new image layer to this document. So I'm going to look over. Let's start with a white image, a white logo. Now it's going to fill the entire screen. Here it is. And now I want to transform the layer. Because remember now, it's on its own separate layer. So I can make a change to this, and it's not going to affect Jessie or Yessie. All right, so some question. And just out of curiosity, and just while I'm doing this, leave a chat and leave a message in the chat window. How many of you actually use logos? Either your logo or your signature on your images. Let me know if you use logo or images. And Superjet, it doesn't matter if this is a PNG in here because we're going to remove the background a little bit differently. In Photoshop, the PNG is a lot easier to work with. So let me know if you use logos on your images. And how big should your logo be? Well, I've often heard it said the size of the logo should be the size of your ego. Big ego, big logo. Little ego, little logo. All right, and done. Yeah, Superjet, same here. I usually don't use a logo, but slowly I'm going back into putting my signature on images. All right, so I have it here. Now ready? Since it's on its own layer, I'm going to change the layer blend mode. Let's just cycle through these until the background disappears. Ooh, either lighten or screen. Lighten's going to do the trick. Now I just changed it. I can always go back and re-change the size or enlarge it. Okay, right about here. And once again, good, right there. Now, once again, since it's on its own layer, I can come to the Essentials tools and I can still enhance it more. So it's on its own layer. Let's see what happens if we add white. Oh yeah, look at that. Zoom in a little bit. Move the black back a little bit. Oh, I like that. Good, that's not having any effect to it. What about contrast? Nope. All right, so that definitely helped. What happens if we put a little exposure to it? Nope. That's going to mess with the background also. So this is good. We increased the white point. So now we have a nice crisp white logo. So there we have it. Now I can come up, click on the export icon, and let's say here could be AP. And AP can stand for Artist Print. Select where you want it to go. Let's just make a new folder. And let's say this folder is export. And now we're going to put this on social media. So let's make it 1920 by 1080 and export. And now I have my white logo. So now I have my white logo on this background. But what would happen if we wanted it the opposite way? So let's look at that real quick. So the white logo looks good. The white logo looks good on this image. Go back to it. And it also looks good on this image. Let's do, let's bring another one in. Let's use, oh, okay, let's do the horses real quick. Which you have to do this separately on every image. Unfortunately, as of right now, yes, and you could create a look. There's ways around this, but for now, the answer would be yes. All right. So here is my Vanelli logo again. I'm sorry, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the horse. Here we go. That's what I meant to select. Oh, I know what it is. Adjustments, reset. Let's see if that does it. And do I actually have a layer on it? I think I do. So I think I corrupted that image earlier. So we'll grab my screen. Let's make sure you guys are able to see my screen. Yep, so right now the screen froze on me. So just one moment. And good, guys. All right, guys, so the screen on this froze, so let me see. I'm going to bring it back. Just one moment. And I'll stop saving it. Let's see. Camera, here we go. One moment. And let's see if this brings it back. And for whatever reason, my computer is froze. All right, so why is it not bringing it back? Let me try it one more time. So, interesting. I'll give it a couple more seconds if it doesn't work. Oh, I know what I'll do. I have a better idea. One moment. Let me close out NDI. And I'll add it back again. I know you can't see what I'm doing. Good. There we go. That was it. So NDI was the issue. I am so sorry for that. All right, I'm going to make this real quick. I'm going to bomb through this. All right, first thing I have to do, obviously, is crop this image. Good. And just for the sake of time, I'm going to use just a regular, one of the dramatic looks, which I love, 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 love. Remarkable. Here we go. Dial it back just a touch. All right, good. Now we have a good starting point. And we're set. All right, good. So we have it. Again, I'm going to come up, add a new image layer. And on this one, let's put the black logo. Here it is. First thing again is we have to transform just a layer. Let's put it right up here. Good. Once we transform it, now earlier when we changed the layer blend mode, we went through and we noticed that screen worked good, but for black, color burn or multiply, I think black's gonna look good. Yep, there it is. And now we have our custom logo added to our image. So now, Phyllis said, can you change the color of the signature? Can you change the color of the signature? Well, since it's on black, again, that's something you would do in Photoshop because that's what Photoshop was designed for. It's a graphics program. This was just a way where you could take, a black and white image or a logo, invert it, and pop it onto your image. So to answer Phyllis's question is, can you change the color of the signature? I'd have to play around with it. At the top of my head, I'm going to say no. But again, I'll look at it and see what I can do. Paul, from the start, when you created the signature, when you created a signature and printed a, okay. From the start, when you created a signature, when did you add the printed photography word? Oh, okay, I didn't. So I wish that was my handwriting, but I'm not that artistic with my writing. So I think I used photo logo that one of you were talking about. So photo logo is pretty cool. Choose hey, that's okay. So Ed said use a different color pen. You could try that, but remember this works because black, for the color burn, black is not going to be replaced, whereas you saw how white was. So as of now, I know that white, I know how white does it. I need a back. Harvey, all right, Harvey. Let's put my buddy Harvey up here. Harvey says I need a Mac. Okay, so I have a Mac running the software here, and I'm using Luminar on a Windows machine. Yep. Oh, okay, so Edward says his screen freezes is a regular feature of Luminar. My screen didn't freeze because of Luminar, because of NDI. However, let me show you something real quick. See if I have enough time. Okay, you know what? I'm running a little bit over, but Ed, this is for you. So Ed says screen freezing is a regular feature of Luminar. Let me show you why a couple things real quick. If you store your Luminar catalog on an external drive, you're going to run into some issues because it's a bottleneck with the USB drive. So put your catalog on your fastest hard drive, number one. Number two, if you're using Windows, this is also for Mac. I gotta find it in Mac. For Windows, let me show you this real quick. Display settings. And then you find this in Mac. Graphic settings, right here. I want to choose a classic app. I found Luminar. Options. Look at that. It went back. I want set to high performance. So, if you notice over here, Luminar doesn't have the GPU engine, isn't running fast with, I don't have the GPU engine enabled. I'm going to save it. And now look what just happened. Now it's running the GPU 3D. So it'll run it, especially if it needs it. So when I run Photoshop at the exact, oh, close out. And it did it again. 1 second. NDI. So once again, it's NDI that's causing this. And let's see. NDI, where are you? Here we go. Good, so there's NDI. So once again, what I did was personalized. I'm sorry, not personalized. I came down to display settings and then chose graphic settings and then chose it from here, Luminar 4. And that's what made it faster. All right? So there you have it. So there's a way to get your graphics card to automatically go at high performance. That'll make Luminar run a lot faster. So there's a few things on there. Graphics card, how fast your SSD drive is or your hard drive, and where you store your Luminar catalog. Those are things I find that once those are in position properly, it speeds it up. So, hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. If there's any other... Okay, Bruce, I hope that answered. Good, Sketch is another good one. All right, so, so Bruce, I hope I didn't lose you on what we were talking about. If you wanted to speed up your system, if you're on a Mac or a PC, make sure that GPU accelerator is turned on. So if you make sure that that's turned on, that'll speed up Luminar a lot faster. So, hey, in the comments below, please don't forget to like the channel that we did and also share it with your family and friends. But in the comments, please write, like Phyllis did, what do you want to learn in the next coffee break? And myself or Angela will do it. We're also working with other people to where I may pull one of you in as a special guest, and we just go and edit photos together. So guys, thanks again for joining, and we'll talk to you soon.